What is up, guys? Neo here, and we are looking at the Battlefield 5 closed beta. Now, as you can see from this footage here, the spawn system is still a little bit janked. I spawned right behind an enemy on the B point there. I think I spawned. What happened is I spawned on the flag and just happened to be right behind him. In the distance, I saw the blue B flag, and I thought that was the player icon. You can see the icons over their heads there. So there are some bugs to work out. Remember, keep in mind, it is a beta. I experienced a few issues. That's to be expected. The biggest one was squad joining. It was not available. So that was a little bit frustrating. When I die here, you'll see what happens. You're supposed to be able to spawn on a squad mate. You can see what they're seeing. And if you don't want to spawn on any of them, you can go to the deploy map like we had in previous battlefields, and you can spawn there. So this is, I believe it's called the Arctic Fjord map. Narvik. So this is kind of a little tour of the B point here. D point's at the other end of this train station. Here you can see how revives work. It's not actually a gadget in this game, it's just ability that you have as a medic. You walk up to them, you press the prompt, and you revive them. So you get gadgets, 2 gadgets, just like the other classes. And that, in my opinion, is one of the many good changes that this game has made. If you've not been following the news and the updates regarding Battlefield 5 and the things it's been changing, things that are different from Battlefield 1 and previous Battlefields. Oh god, the potato here is horrible. This is my first time playing Battlefield in a while, and this was my first round of BF5, so forgive me. Anyway, some of the changes, there you could quickly see the squad selection screen. I cancelled out of it because by this point I was frustrated with the fact it wasn't working, but there's the regular deploy map, and here you can see I spawned on the B point, or the D point rather, and we're working our way back here to better. So that little squeeze in the juice box there, that is how the self-healing works. And here's the bleeding out screen. I don't actually mind it. I do like the fact that they've added a skip revive, but I think that it would be better if that feature was disabled if there were medics near, or if they added like a medic spotting system. If they disabled it when a medic spotted you to say he was coming to revive you, because that was a big problem in Battlefield 1. Sticking with the medic class and changes they made to that, you no longer regenerate your own health to 100. If you take a lot of damage, you are only going to recover some of that on your own. After that, you will need a medic to take you all the way to 100. Now, I think in all of this gameplay, for most of this gameplay at least, I played medic class, so you're not really going to see too many examples of that, because I just self-heal. But yeah, it was pretty frustrating trying to play, not being able to get on a squad, not being able to play with medics, so couldn't get heals. Obviously you can't revive yourself. So I ended up playing medic for most of the time. If you follow me in Battlefield 1, you know that I pretty much main the medic class anyway. The graphics, as you can see, are pretty amazing in this game. These 2 plane crashes were really cool. Yeah, so in addition to the health changes, you can see there that I just spawned on this point there, and then the first thing I did was I found the ammo supply, and I resupplied. Reason for that being, you spawn with 2 magazines, 1 in your gun and 1 spare. So here you can see the bleeding out screen again, and someone is going to come and revive me, so you'll see what that looks like in this game. The animations in this game are pretty cool. I'm not sure how much they add to the actual gameplay, but they look pretty good. Now we're on the Rotterdam map here, so we'll see this for a little bit. Yeah, so you start with 2 magazines. You can see here, you grab another magazine from the ammo supply right away, and that is the maximum you can have. Your gun plus 2 magazines. It's not a lot of ammo. It's a change that they have intentionally made to encourage team play. So this is one of the vehicles here in Battlefield 5. Enemy vehicle coming at us. There he is. You can see gunners are exposed. So if you're the gunner, be aware of it. If you're fighting a gunner, also be aware of that. Other changes, obviously there's no 3D spotting. You've probably noticed by now no one is doing any spotting in this gameplay. The only people who can do it are scouts with their devices. I did play around with it a little bit. You get spotting flares and you get a spotting scope. So that's about it. If you don't have scouts on your team, you're not going to spot. You're going to have to rely more on your environmental cues, which honestly isn't that difficult. If you hear people running around you and you can see that they're not your teammates because they're not around you, then you're going to have to listen. You know, there are a lot of cues. If they're running through water, if they're running on dirt, if they're running on wood, it all sounds different. So just like previous games, you can kind of tell direction and what they're running on to give you a sense of where exactly they are and maybe where they're going. So this is pretty near the enemy spawn here on the Rotterdam map. I started on the A side. So we're over here now. We're almost at the D flag. The E flag is a little bit behind us and to the right. And you can see there are a lot of buildings that you can go through on this map. There are a lot of places you can hide, take cover, heal yourself. But you got to keep in mind that you don't have a lot of ammo. You can't take on a lot of gunfights without either having a support to resupply you or getting to one of those supply stations. See there, I get that kill, but I'm almost out of ammo now. So you're really going to have to think a lot more in this game about what engagements you want to take and what engagements you need to let go until you either get support or the area is not quite as messy.
We have lost objective dog.
Overall impressions and feelings on this game, the movement feels pretty good. It feels better than Battlefield 1 did, which I think says something. Battlefield 1 was definitely an improvement on Battlefield 4 and Hardline. The gunplay, the TTK, the time to kill, is faster than Battlefield 1 was, at least at launch. I haven't played the game as much since TTK 2 came out, but this is definitely faster. You can see how fast that is, and they've actually added headshot multipliers. They made headshots even more powerful because they want to reward players who take the time to aim for the headshots. So you can see those headshots are killing them pretty quickly.
Self-heal.
That's a change that I'm a fan of. I mean, it sucks when you get hit in the head and killed really fast, but I think it will make for better gameplay. I think that if someone has better aim, they should be rewarded for that, and I think the only way you can really do that is by giving them a faster TDK. You can see here, I forgot that I'm playing Battlefield 5, and I'm taking shots well beyond my engagement range. So you can see when I do tag him here, it's doing pretty minimal damage, only 13, and I spent basically an entire magazine. I'm already almost done with all the ammo in my primary. And that guy, he's probably under half health, but that's it. we are again. You can see I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative with my ammo, but I think in this clip here I also went a little too wild, too focused on this area. This area isn't that important. It's not a flag. It's not really anything. And that's what I mean by pick your engagements. Do I need to take this fight? Do I need to kill these guys? Not really. I can. I do kill a few guys here. But it's not something that really benefits my team. So that's something that you'll have to consider. I think that a lot of players, even good players, they're going to have a lot harder time going on the massive kill streaks that we've seen in Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4. I mean, I saw a video the other day where a guy got a 200 kill streak, or a 200 kill match, sorry, not a kill streak, but I mean, same guy, he's got kill streaks in the 90s last I checked. So I mean, that's insane. I don't think you're going to be able to do stuff like that in this game, because you're going to have to rely on teammates so much. And as you can see here, those things that I'm picking up, that's actually ammo. I got 12 rounds off of each of those guys for those kills. So it is possible to replenish your ammunition without hitting a supply station. But it's also difficult. Like in that case, I'm not able to get to that ammo. Here you can see we're losing this match now because the conquest formula has changed. It's gone back to the Battlefield 4 formula where majority rules. You need to have the majority of the flags in order to get points. So I decide not to go for that flag, but we need to take E. I think it's going to be the easiest point, and sure enough, there's no one on it. So other than the movement and the gunplay, the changes that I've already outlined, the game generally, like, it looks really good. It feels really good. I do definitely like the direction the game is going. I know there are features that they have not added yet, like the ability to drag a teammate to pull them to a safer location to perform a revive. That's not in this build of the game, but it is in the works. Hopefully it'll be out for launch, but as of yet they do not have a release date for that. So yeah, this is a closed beta at this point. If you've pre-ordered, then you're able to get in on it. You just have to redeem your code. If you haven't pre-ordered, then the closed beta will go open on September 6th. This opened up at 1 a.m. Pacific time, so I would assume that the open beta will also go open at September 6th at 1 a.m. Pacific time. So definitely check it out if you think you're interested in this game, if you want to see how it plays, how it feels, how it might be different than previous Battlefields, if you are trying to decide between this game, Call of Duty, maybe Red Dead Redemption. It's free to try. So in my opinion, why not give it a go? That's going to be it for this video, guys. Later on in this week, I will try to put out more in-depth videos showcasing each of the maps, the Rotterdam and Narvik. And until then, guys, thank you very much. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe and tap that bell for notifications. Until then, I will see you guys next time.